Look up. There are over 1 million people in the air right now. 1 million. All going somewhere. Somewhere familiar, somewhere new, somewhere that will shake their vision of the world. When they arrive at their destination, wherever that may be, in 1, 7, 13 hours, their seatbelt will click open, their carry-on bag will bump past seats to the exit, and a new perspective will be waiting. Before Will and I decided to travel around the world for a year, we had a routine like anyone else. I'm not bashing on routines or anything, it was a good one. We were living in Paris. It's just, the more we talked and learned about the world, the less we felt we knew. So in an effort to understand what the hell was going on out there, we decided to hit the road. As the French would say, pourquoi pas? This journey would take us 1 year, during which we ate local foods, sugary things, spicy things, delicious things, got sick, ate more local food, familiar foods, danced, took trains, buses, boats, tuk-tuks, airplanes, buses that smelled like fish, jumped on trampolines and into the water. We brought a camera and took pictures of our feet, pictures of us kissing, and pictures of what we saw. We also brought a video camera and began asking questions to students, volunteers, entrepreneurs, NGOs, politicians, travelers, and locals. What did they care about, dream about, worry about?
You have to go after.
Why are you doing this today?
How are they shaping the future? Like so many of those before us, we were searching for answers. Could we find them? By the way, that's Will, and I'm Emily. We're just two people trying to connect the dots. There are 54 independent countries in Africa, the most countries found on any one continent, 54. And I'm sure there are more than 54 misconceptions about it. At the top of the list, that African countries are all the same, and this can pretty much be clumped together into one giant country called Africa. This notion is so strong that even some of our most prominent public figures have gotten confused.
Africa is a big country just by India there. Madagascar is an island off.
It's also a big continent if you're a geographer.
Yeah.
Africa was a country on the brink.
We're told that she didn't understand that Africa was a continent rather than a country just in itself.
You're a second-class citizen if you're a girl in Africa and other countries.
Let's clear it up once and for all.
Africa is a continent, not a country.
If Europe has Italians, French, English, and they're different, Africa can have Ugandans. When you say Ugandans, within Uganda, there is diversity.
But despite all this diversity, when we asked people what words came to mind when they thought of Africa, we got the same answers over and over.
They're not great words.
Poverty.
Wars, tribal zones.
Genocide.
People still find the genocide so recent in Rwanda.
And colonialism.
Misery and sadness.
It's really sad when I think about Africa. I can't say nothing good about it.
That's all what we see on television.
The exposure that people have to Africa is only through the TV and media, and often they don't get a very good press.
There's only one way to find out what Africa's really like. Go there. And that's just what we did.
Things are not always what they seem to be. Africa basically is full of misconceptions.
There are over 3,600 brands of bottled water in the world. 3,600. Some people don't have a choice what water they drink or where it comes from. For those of us that do, it's easy to forget the one option millions of people around the world wish they had. Tap water. Why then, when we have water that's free, accessible, and clean, are we still paying over 2,000 times the price for bottled water?
It's a thing. You buy something, you never buy the real thing you're buying. You're always buying something else, you know.
They are advertising it a lot and saying water is good for your health, and which is obvious, but I mean, it's like, doesn't mean you have to buy bottled water.
Jennifer Aniston drinks Smart Water and it looks great on her.
I don't know how water can make you thin, or tap water is going to make you fat. I don't know, it's very ridiculous.
All of a sudden you needed to buy bottled water to drink healthy, and it's a beverage company, marketing ploy.
Americans consume 1,500 plastic bottles of water every second.
The statistics show that 80% of those aren't being recycled.
Was that so hard?
Easy peasy.
I know it's bad, but I like the disposable part about it.
And here lies the problem.
There's trash cans on the sidewalks. There's not recycling bins.
The throwaway concept of living is proliferating.
Every single sample we pull up has plastic.
The beach is becoming plastic.
Looks like it's got a plastic bottle in its stomach.
I know that these chemicals in my body will pass on to the next generation.
It's a gradual process, but I have seen more and more people carry around the reusable bottles.
You can use it again and again.
I think people were forgetting what they were doing.
We are a democracy by voting with our dollars. Anytime you choose to purchase a green product over a non-green alternative, I think you are making a statement.
Plastic is not fantastic.
Perhaps in the end, there's just one choice to make. There are an infinite number of dreams in the world. From the boat-speckled waters of Vietnam to the sandy beaches of Australia to the high altitudes of Bolivia's capital, dreams, big and small, are waiting to change the world for the better.
I have a dream.
They gave us equal rights, a man on the moon, a cupcake ATM, the United Nations, Bieber fever, and Olympic champions. Dreams are born within us, and it is we who have made them possible. So what's your dream?
You wanted to know what my dream is?
Yeah, what's your dream?
Yeah, pregunta bien difícil. I don't have one dream, I have a lot of dreams.
I mean, many economic and social injustices are happening in the world, and I think I would like to see more people aware of this.
Rape is now on a daily basis. Rape is the norm.
It was horrific. My heart broke.
500,000 people are still living in crowded camps.
These things actually happen, they actually take place. They aren't just like news clips, they do occur organically and they do go completely out of control.
I do dream for a world where there's less inequality between people.
Everybody suffers from malnutrition and hygiene.
I would like people to come and see how do we live.
แต่ก่อนน้องเคยคิดว่าอาชีพใดมันก็บ่สำคัญเท่ากับว่า
I dream like I want to be a leader.
What do you want to be when you're grown up?
I want to be a lawyer.
I think I'd love to be a doctor that can just travel around the world and help people.
Why a lawyer?
I guess it's a big dream. I think it's everybody's dream, just to be happy and also to use what I have to help other people.
I thought it would be nice to help because I would like my future generation to have what we have now. It would be unfair to them if we had something and they didn't have it.
I think you've got to find what really suits you and what you're passionate about and go for it.